I wish a motherfucker. Hey, don't you do that. Don't you.
It's cheers, everybody. Cheers,
hey, shit, that was a cheers. We're doing it virtually.
Savage AF. Yeah. Savage AF, y'all. You know what it is. We are in the building right now. Two separate buildings because, I got a building and then Shang got a building.
Yeah, we're both.
I'm Black Pedro.
Hey, what's up? This is Shang. Yeah,
what up, though?
Right there.
Be moving something. Yep, here we go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. And
Savage AF, that's what we do.
Thank y'all for jumping on. What's up, Stacy? What's up, Breezy, JJ, Hazel 8, Lady Hazel May, Sinat. Okay, we love it when we see new names too. Christina Brown, thank you so much for supporting the show. We need even more people though, and we love y'all. We love y'all. Y'all are beautiful, but
bad Christina Brown, the baddest motherfucker in the whole damn town.
That's a wow. We do, man. He sang a song for you.
I came up with that's ODB. Some bad Brown, baddest motherfucker in the whole damn town. Rudolph the deep blue sea, better than you and me. Come on. What you doing, man? Hey, wait, that Wu-Tang series, I think it's coming back up soon on Hulu.
Yeah.
I was all into that, or Amazon Hulu, one of them. But either way.
But we up in here.
Yeah, let's talk about this series right here. Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings is our motto.
Yes,
Facts
it is.
Matter.
Facts do matter.
Ray, welcome back. Rock rough and stuff with the Afro.
Yo. Hey, rock on with your bad self. Yo, we want to let y'all know, thank you so much for supporting the show. And make sure you do the things you need to do, which we need you to do, because if you don't do it, then we don't do what we do, because we can't do what we do if you don't do what I'm asking you to do.
And what we do is we are on Monday through Friday. Live on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. Mondays and Friday, we are on at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Tuesday through Thursday, we're on typically at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Skills.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Heat, flame, fire.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you do miss us, well, first of all, stay tapped in. Okay, that's what
stay tapped in.
Tap in. Okay, and when you tap in, it's scrolling at the bottom of your screen. YouTube.com/c/. Savage AF
World. And also make sure that you do this. And if you don't, I hope your cat commits suicide.
I mean, what did the owner do to make the cat be like, fuck the world? This world has failed me.
Fuck the world. And
clean my litter.
And the people that, and again, all the people that don't agree with half the shit we say.
You got it too. Thanks for playing. We have some lovely parting gifts for you guys. Listen, if you aren't lucky enough to catch us live on this visual platform, and maybe you aren't eye forward with yours, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you rely on your ears more than you do your eyes. We are here for you, so you can get us Savage AF, that is, wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, on all platforms.
Right now, today we're gonna do something special. We're gonna do a harmony thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah, okay. So we just said fuck it. All right, but you can check us out on all the different platforms: iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. And
you
got my reading
glasses.
and ready? 1, 2, 3.
SoundCloud.
Yay! Okay, we sound pretty bad.
We should probably have a rehearsal.
It might be a little rehearsal. And no, I didn't see the new Matrix. I didn't see the new Matrix trailer, Kuchadamas, but I will check it out. Everybody was sending me messages.
Really?
I went to see Shang-Chi. I went to see Shang-Chi last night with my son, and it was all right.
It's a new Matrix trailer out?
Yeah, the new Matrix. Yeah.
Listen, man. I just got to say, my senior year in college is when the Matrix came out. The original one is like spring of 1999. Me and the homies decided to take mushrooms and go to see a movie that we knew nothing about. Like when they marketed the original Matrix.
Wait a minute, you took mushrooms?
Bro, they gave no indication of what the movie was really about. They just showed a few cool effects and people dressed in black with guns. And you were like, oh wow, I've never seen effects like that. Let me go check it out. Nigga, we walked out that movie like, are you in the Matrix? Are we in the Matrix?
It's not real. None of
bro,
this is real.
To watch that movie for the first time on shrooms and not know what it was about. Like sometimes the screen would move and I was like, was that me or the shrooms?
Yeah. Well, I never did shrooms, but now that you told me, I'm looking forward to it. Not really. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm scared.
The first time I ever did shrooms, I sat front row while Godfrey headlined on campus. I was a sophomore. And it was that night I decided to be a stand-up comedian. But that's a whole other story.
That's a whole nother story. But I wanted to let y'all know also when you do subscribe to the channel, one, you'll feel better. But if you do go subscribe to the channel on YouTube, make sure you like it while you're subscribing. Give the thumbs up. Give us the thumbs up. Yeah,
Queen B, you must be on drugs, girl. Black folks don't do shrooms.
No, they don't, Pedro. No, they don't.
No. First of all, if you give a nigga some shrooms, a nigga gonna do some shrooms, all right? It's like weed times 10. That's all. If you smoke blunts, you can fuck with shrooms, and it's from the earth. Okay, the shrooms be letting you know. Now I don't do them regularly. I don't live off that shit.
Yeah, well, that's what he says.
My drugs. Don't racialize my drugs, okay?
Wow. Well, I didn't never did that, but good luck with that. Godfrey doesn't want to be connected with Pedro's comedy. Oh, okay, I read the wrong thing. Listen, that was he came
That's
in.
That's a loser speaking for somebody else.
He came in hot. He came in hot, and he came in hot and steaming like shit is. Listen,
Queen Bee's like, we eat them. What do you think I did with the shrooms? You don't inject them in your arm, girl. We ate them.
Yeah,
they just fuck you up, though. That's a different kind.
I'll check it out, Kuchadamas. And also, when you do subscribe to the podcast version show, also subscribe. If you get a chance, subscribe to I'm gonna knock you out if you don't subscribe to the Facebook
ass personally. Ronald Ewan Humphrey, he knows many black people that do shrooms. Queen B is like HBCUs. We smoke weed. Fuck you think we was doing in the Ivy League too?
Yeah,
we would be like, nigga, drink this, smoke this, shroom this, acid this, and that was on Tuesday morning on your way to algebra.
Y'all real
Princeton got it in. Them white people got fucked up. We got fucked up. Mexicans was fucked up. Okay, I knew an African that used to get fucked up. Everybody got fucked up at Princeton.
I was fucked up. You was fucked up. We was all fucked up. But now, what y'all need to do is don't get it fucked up. Make sure you follow at Black Pedro on the IG, and make sure you follow at Comedian Shane on the IG.
AJ Fit, welcome to the building. Coming in hot as well. He said, I know ninjas that have 5 drug minimum. Stop the cap. Bro, I know. Some niggas be on 3 things. You'd be like, oh, he on 1. I'm like, no, he's actually on 3.
He's on 3.
Alcohol, weed, and this nigga's got that.
Okay, you know what I do? Now what I'm doing from now on, number 1, never drink it again.
Yeah.
Had a bad experience where I got kind of sick at the dime hanging out with Pedro. Pedro got the Constitution of Thanos. That motherfucker just not a dent in him. He gives me 1 drink, and I'm like, hey, man, I need to sit down. Like, I'm going to just sit over here in the corner. It was just not a good look. I got very sick. So maybe something's wrong with me.
Queen B says Shaniqua never sold shrooms. You want to believe this or not? I went to Princeton with a girl at the time named Shaniqua. And she used to get it in every now and then. I don't know about shrooms, but she got it in. And guess what? She's your sore war Queen Bee. She's a knocker, so we know what it's up. I'll introduce y'all one day if I can. Anyways, man, Speaking of getting fucked up, let's do the show because that's what we do on here. We get fucked up. We say fucked up things. I don't give a fuck. Fuck your feelings is our motto.
But my motto is not just that, okay? And if you say goofy shit like a lot of the haters, you know what? I don't believe you.
Hey,
if you don't chew big red gum, fuck you. I don't even know why. That's Anchorman, people. But also, we got one more thing, and then we'll jump right into the show. Mm-hmm. You like comedy? I like comedy. Comedy is fun. By the way, I will not be in Houston this weekend. Nigga shit happened, and nigga shit will.
Wait, Shane, are you saying that in Texas they aborted your show?
Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy, man. Too soon?
They aborted my show. Yeah.
In its infancy. In its infancy, they aborted your show. Okay.
Pretty much. So I won't be in Houston this Friday, Saturday. So I'm probably going to be on the corner selling my ass to Korean business women.
They got money, though.
Because they got money. But we're going to jump into the show. But I wanted to say, make sure you check out Black Pedro's album. It's not just an album. It's a movement. It's not just a movement.
Recording for posterity.
It's a recording for posterity. Occasion. It's called Black Pedro Begins, the album. It's how do I put it? It's a collection of lilting jokes that move you in a way that makes you laugh from down here to here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's very put it this way. As one pimp said from Detroit about Pedro's thing, man, that album is delicious. He did. He said it. I was talking to a pimp, and I was like, why are your shoes the same color as your socks and your pants and your shirt and your belt? The fuck is wrong with niggas in Detroit? And the hat and the earring in his ear was the same color.
Haters, my Detroit players. We be the most coordinated niggas on the bus.
Coordinated, it's just crazy. And I'm doing a show out there. The motherfucker was drinking in the front row of a theater with a paper cup and a fucking thing of liquor. Then he said, hey, pimpin', hey man, you was funny, and handed me $100. I said, nigga, I love that shoes you got on. Those are delicious. He said, goddamn right, they're delicious, nigga. They coordinated and they are tastified. Nigga, what is tastified?
Tastified. Lady D Banks said, Pedro, will it make me laugh so hard I pee? Listen, woman, what you do is you drink a thing of water before you
then you watch the show.
And some alcohol.
Listen to the show.
Watch the show. Hold it all in, and yes, it will make you pee.
But you know what? There's another show to make you pee. Boom. Yeah.
On yourself.
That's
on your
right.
Couch.
Shang is Shangry on Amazon. Make sure you check it out. We were on Amazon Prime for 6 months, and because Amazon didn't own it, now I'm on Amazon. But I'm still on Amazon, and make sure you check it out. By the way, we got a 99 CER rating, which is customer engagement ratio. Thank you so much for all that support. Also, thank you. Now we are over the 500,000 mark in views. Thank you so much for that.
All y'all marks.
All y'all marks. All y'all busters. All you all buster ass busters. Hey, buster.
$5 buster.
Yeah, either they don't know or they don't show. Give a fuck about the hood. But make sure you check out the special on Amazon. I know some of the people that's already been in the feed might have seen it, but if you haven't seen it, go check it out. You will laugh.
Tell a friend. If you have,
tell a friend.
It's like one of them things you should tell a friend about.
And rate it and review it. Very important to do that. Now, I just want to say, Pedro, I hope you had a good night last night and everything worked out for you, motherfucker. Yeah. But we got a show we're gonna do right now. We're gonna give you the down, on the up, on the up, on the down stroke. Get up.
Yep, here we go, y'all.
Can I just say one thing? I need you to do this for me too, man. Oh, thank you, Lady D, for watching. Lady D, you watched the special. Thank you so much for watching the special. I appreciate it. I would like to thank, and I love saying this because the niggas that think I was fucking around. I like all 5,000 other niggas that came out to the show. Fuck with your boy.
5,000.
5,000. All right. And Blanco, you keep talking shit about, you say something. I don't know what it is with you and Pedro, but you know what?
Ain't no me and
not him. There ain't no
him in his mind.
Okay.
Doing
and he
things.
said
he's like, I killed him tonight. That nigga be
Yeah,
brushing his
that
teeth with
motherfucker
baking soda.
don't know.
I gave it to Pedro tonight.
Man, Pedro couldn't do nothing with me tonight.
I close my computer after this and then go live a whole life, dog. So it's all good, man.
No. You know
Savage
what?
AF, this is what we do, y'all.
Yeah. And by the way, yes, it came out February because I was trying to get it released at the same time as Coming to America because I knew the residual views would benefit me. Yes, I did. That's called smart promotions because when you got Eddie Murphy coming out with a movie, you need to be near release with that. You understand? That's business. But
I'm a businessman.
It's business. Hey, you know, I don't do business. I am a business. And this is the business. We about to get into the show. Talk about some shit.
There's a comedian. I think his name's Barry Gold. He does that. He does like a voice. The black way. He's like, I'm a businessman. I'm sorry. Never mind.
It happens. It happens.
Brain fart. Anyways, Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. It is Thursday, September 9th, 2021.
Yes, it
Black
is.
Pedro. That's comedian Shang. Here is today's show for you. We are going to end. So you want to stick around. I'm going to end with a Shangry. This is a loving message, guys. It's fuck you, and fuck you. Message to the system. Okay, who's next?
Yes.
But before we get into that, Black Pedro popping today, let the boycott begin.
Dun, dun, dun!
We shall talk about it. We shall talk about it. Subject I bring up often, but I will be pushing very much this year. Before we get into that, you know, I think a fan favorite and definitely our favorite question to ask, right, Shang, is motherfuckers say what?
Yes, that definitely is one of the favorites of all favorites. I mean, yes.
Legislators are starting to challenge Amazon on its search engine as an anti-vaccine book pops up as the top search on Amazon. So let's talk about that. But before we get into that, permission slips, please. Remember when your school had a school trip and you had to have your mama sign it? If you didn't, then you had to sit in the closet with the janitor and while the whole class went to the art museum or whatever.
I used to love it when they would come up to me and say, "Do you have a permission slip, please? Get the fuck away from me before I fucking smack the shit out of you."
Museum.
Fuck this, man. This ain't no fucking jail. I go when I want to go, bitch.
Well, if you're in the LA Unified School District, America's second largest school district, you will need a permission slip in the form of a vaccination in order to attend school. All students must be vaccinated. Ooh. We'll talk about it. 12 and up, obviously, but we'll get into it. But before we get into that, again, it is September 9th. It's a Thursday, 2021, guys. This year is flying on by. Let's talk about the vagina wars.
Dun, dun, dun. One vagina. It wanted revenge in a world where vaginas rule. They tried to take them down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, man. So your AG, your Attorney General, the United States Attorney General, Merrick Garland, and the Department of Justice have stepped in. And they are suing the state of Texas over their newly passed abortion law, which we have been talking about quite a bit.
This week it's been a big topic because a lot of women are realizing that your rights are being taken away, and now your punani is not your business. It's old white men's business now.
And they own it in Texas. If you try to get an abortion beyond 6 weeks, you will be, or you are open now to be potentially sued by any American anywhere. Actually,
wow.
not you. But anybody who helped you, you can't sue the patient, the woman,
right? But
you can sue the Uber driver, anybody who knew, the motherfucker who opened the door, the nigga that was like right this way.
Right.
Somebody was like, "Where's 1380 Maple Street?" And you was like, "It's right there." You guilty.
Sue your lawsuit, and the lawsuit is extending to it's doctors, it's the assistants to the doctors, it's people who actually said anything to you on the way there. If you've ever listened to a Mariah Carey album, they can sue you. You know, if you thought Donda from Kanye West was good,
I'm wondering, like,
they could sue you.
If you Google mapped directions to there, could we sue Google Maps? Yeah, could we sue Google Maps for leading anybody to an abortion clinic or a
right. Yeah, I mean,
a
it's
women's
on
care facility? Let's
a care facility because it's on. No, this is the wrong one. It's
right.
I thought no, the Cares Award. No, I meant Vagina's Award.
Oh, Vagina's Award.
Yeah, it's the wrong one.
All right, so but the reality is now the Department of Justice, you know, the top cop in the nation,
About time.
has stepped in. Well, okay, I'll say about time because it is a process, and this is the time in which you could do it because you know the Department of Justice can't sue Texas for a law until it's on the books. So Texas had to pass this law. Democratic legislators in the Texas State House they left the state for, you know, days and days and days, weeks, to try and avoid even bringing a quorum together so that this could be voted on.
Right.
But, you know, shit, you're a Texas legislator. You probably live in Texas. How long are you going to stay in D.C.? They come back. The vote goes down. Democrats were in the minority. It was inevitable that Texas was going to pass this law given their body, right? So that's just what it was. But once it was passed, now I am happy to see Merrick Garland and the Department of Justice step in and say, no, this is unconstitutional as they have claimed it.
Right.
And you know that if William below the bar or any other
Trump appointed or a Trump
General,
buddy,
under Trump, they would be trying to support this bill, trying to strengthen it with some of the provisions you provided, like the Mariah Carey clause or whatever. You know, they'd be like, did you listen to R&B while fucking? Well, that's the Temptations clause.
Right.
So, God damn it. It was just your imagination, but now it's real.
And they're making it a war that I think that Garland should have jumped in on, because your vagina is not, you don't have a say over it actually in Texas. If you wanted to do something pertaining to now, if your vagina looks like this, then we need to do something with you. We're scared of you then. But no, right now I think that it's good that he's jumping in, and because he was kind of lax on some other things, but I think that women really need to, go hard in the paint now. I think women need to go hard in the paint and march and complain and the whole nine. I think that remember when the women's march was? When was the women's march? I think that we need that because there's a war going on right now. And we need women to really step up and men to step up, because if not, we're going to have rogue vaginas running around biting people.
That's a hairy one right there.
That's a bushy ass vagina right there.
That's a 70s porn vagina.
Yeah, buddy.
That Vanessa Del Rio. All right, man. So this is the battle as it begins. Of course, Greg, roll your ass into the ocean. Abbott, governor of Texas, wheelchair bound fuckhead, wheelchair Willie. He predicted this. Not that he's Nostradamus or anything like that, but this is how these things go. He fully expected this law to be challenged, and now it is being that. So, let that game begin at least. We'll see how that plays out, but I think this will eventually push it to the Supreme Court. If I'm not mistaken, not an expert on this stuff.
Well, but it will have to get a lot of people in the feed, yeah.
But yeah, it's taking the fight to the next level, and know that, ladies, Merrick's got your back, or at least he's trying to, and he is the Department of Justice is stepping in to try and strike this.
So try to strike it down. Now I see some people in the feed saying the Queen Bee is saying the damage is done now. I don't know why Nicole H is saying that COVID coochie calls during the show. No, that actually wasn't a COVID coochie call. That was a booking for Detroit, believe it or not. They want me to do a show in Detroit, motherfucker. Of all places, it was Detroit. Am I available the 24th and the 25th? And that's what they see. So don't start your shit, okay? Because motherfuckers will stab you. But I'm just saying, I'm glad that somebody is standing up, because I think women have been complaining online, and you see it online, and men have complained about the fact that, you know, women been complaining. So we complain about them complaining because we have to complain. But I think there's a lot of vagina action going on where they're like, no, you're not going to be in charge of my vagina, even if it looks like this. I'm just letting you know that's what's going on. No, yeah, I don't want you that. But right now, the women movement, when they were marching pertaining to Trump, I think it was like 5 million women marched. I think that Texas they should swoop down to Texas and actually, you know, show them the power of women. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. And I'm not trying to suck up to women, because I ain't got to get coochie calls. I ain't got to get no coochie calls, okay? Because I don't have to, I don't chase coochie. Coochie chase me. No, it don't.
DJ Deuce 1200. What up with you, man? That's a new name. So welcome to the show. Savage AF is the show. Fuck your feelings is our motto. Facts matter. Black Pedro, comedian Shang. We're talking about the Attorney General, Department of Justice going after Texas now, the whole state.
Well, it's just going after Texas.
Nigga, we suing the state.
Yeah. How about this? Anybody that lives in Texas, you getting sued, because that's what they're trying to do pertaining to Uber drivers. What if you're just trying to make your rent and you're taking somebody to an abortion clinic? I got to get sued for $10,000. That's the amount they said. But I'm glad. But I mean, I see Biden has stepped back and let his AG do AG shit. Thug life, da 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 da.
That's the way it's supposed to work. So
that's the way it's supposed to work. But
this is a dude. I mean, he should have been sitting on the Supreme Court instead of. No, I'm not drinking water, Lady D Banks. When you see me drink water, this is.
Am I drinking water?
I usually don't drink vodka, but this is
somebody
vodka and ginger beer.
Somebody ask me if I'm drinking water? This is kind of water I'm drinking.
No,
that's why I'm 70. I'm 70. Yeah, I'm 75. And my skin still look like this.
Hey, there you go. Black don't crack. All right, man. So yeah, you got somebody out there fighting for you, ladies. You know, all of us, well, not all of us, but vocally we definitely are. And if we need to get in the streets with it, we will. But let's handle it legally and legislatively first. So just know that the Department of Justice is now stepping in Texas, because like if this doesn't get swatted down and knocked out, then it can become the groundwork, the new statute for to overthrow Roe v. Wade. Yeah, so that's it. So you know, so let that fight begin. Are you ready?
There is no vegan vodka. I don't even know what that means. But I thought you were saying vegan vagina.
Yeah, no, there is. Well, vodka is vegan. What do you mean?
That's I don't know what the fuck. But this is
now, if you need gluten-free vodka, you'd want to go with potato-based, okay? Because a lot of vodka is made with wheat.
He knows a lot about that.
If you have celiac or whatever, go with the potato vodka. I'll give you some.
But I wanted to say something from me and Pedro. We're not speaking up pertaining to women's right to abortion just to get points. Somebody said that to me on Instagram, because I had sent a thing about George Carlin. George Carlin did a whole bit on that, about abortion and how people on the right really are full of shit because they actually don't give a fuck about the baby once the baby's out, but they give a fuck about the baby once the baby's inside the woman. But when the baby gets out, and they don't give a fuck. So if they really cared about children so much, they care about children that were locked in cages. They would care about children that are young Black children that are seen as adults when they're shot in a park when they're holding a toy gun, and that's obviously an 11-year-old. It's not, or younger than that.
I saw a thing on the internet, and you know me, guys. I usually don't get facts from memes, but this one, hit me a little bit. It's what it is. But they were like, "You mean to tell me that the same God in the Bible, they like killed all the firstborn children of so and so, and told so and so to slaughter all the babies in this one town? God killed a lot of babies in the Bible, and now He cares about abortion." I was like, ooh.
That's pretty hardcore. I don't know if I'm gonna go.
Hit him with it.
Okay, but I mean, if
it wasn't me. I'm just repeating what I said.
I found a verse from the Bible about abortion and about men's saying, and this is what it is: "He who is without ovaries shall not make laws for those who do. Fallopians. Fallopians 5:12.
Yes, sir.
So I mean,
basically, it's none of your business, man. If you get a woman pregnant, you could have your input, but ultimately the decision should be hers. If you rape a woman,
right.
You should have your head bashed in, and if you
incest, but that's your vagina.
Also rape.
That's your coochie. That's your coochie. You do what you need to do with your coochie. But yeah, I mean, but this is in the Bible. I don't know if you ever read that chapter of the Bible, but
Fallopians.
Yes, this is in the Bible. So
from the book of Labians.
Yes,
Majoras.
Exactly.
All right.
now we're gonna go to hell for real. If there's a hell, but I don't believe in that shit. But
I believe it's the Reverend Clitori that said,
But you said you don't go by memes. But this cartoon is so appropriate to what we're saying. Okay, we'll do whatever we can to protect your life. Now you're on your own. Get a job, moocher. I hope your tramp mom doesn't want food stamps to feed you or medical insurance. This is basically how they look at it. And that's the truth. That's what's going on with the world. But Savage AF is here to see what your opinion is too. And we appreciate you. Okay. And wow. Nicole H says hell equals Texas. Texas has been showing their ass pertaining to voter laws, pertaining to the right to abortion. They're basically trying to abolish abortion. And when it comes to just certain parts where teeth, they mad about niggas that got all their teeth. Yeah, they
dang dong dang.
They like, hey, just because I have every other tooth, you think you can judge me, you sons of bitches? Give me that popcorn. I'll show you I can eat it. They're fucking dumb.
Well, speaking of fucking dumb, there are these mask debates. We got to move through because this topic.
Nice segue.
Hey, all right, thank you, bro. But
wait. Wow, that was very good what you just did, Pedro.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Some places as school reopens and whatnot are being very dumb about how they do it. Luckily, Shane, we live in a place where it is not. And now kids are going to need permission slips in the form of proof of vaccination in order to attend their Los Angeles Unified School District school.
Right.
So this obviously mandate only applies to 12 and up. Okay. So basically junior high through high schoolers must be vaccinated in the LA Unified School District, the second largest district in America, only to New York,
right?
Who has not made a mandate like this. No other major school district has made a mandate like this except for Los Angeles. And it is significant because if you are actually following science, this would be the most proper way to open up schools again. It would be to vaccinate all eligible children, which at this point is 12 and up, and then let them in the schools, right? But like LA Unified is saying without that vaccination, and I know that, in LA Unified, it's a lot of black and brown kids. And I know in our community, there is a lot of mistrust around this vaccine. So I'm interested to see how this actually affects school attendance and school eligibility.
Well, you know what? It will definitely affect it. I mean, no matter how much we keep saying, they keep promoting roll up your sleeve and Vax to the Max and, a lot of that stuff that what they're saying. By the way, that's a new song called Vax to the Max. I don't know if you're not. It's a funky little ditty and it's called Vax to the Max, Vax to the Max, Vax to the Max. We're putting that out. It's going to be actually Savage AF Records. Also, the lead will be the lead will be Black Pedro, and I'll be on backup on the bass. Vax to the max, Vax to the max. But right now, I think that what's happening is when they do that, I think when it goes through, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to have to go back to learning. You're going to have to basically be online. It's going to be going back to online. And I'm not mad at that because if you are worried about your child and your child is not vaccinated, then, it might be the best way for him to learn. I'd rather them learn than not learn at all.
Yeah. Nicole H says 11 and down will be unvaxxed, vax versus unvaxxed wars. I mean, that's what opening schools has come down to, but it's more on the parental level. Honestly, kids they don't know shit. That's why you have to send them to school. Like, being intelligent is your ability to learn, but but you have to learn things in order to know shit, right? Like, B Pryor, what up, though, man? I see you, man. Detroit in the building. But like, so we send them to school to learn, no matter how intelligent your child is. And some of y'all gotta admit, your child ain't they ain't the brightest star.
Whoa. No, let's just be real. Fuck these kids.
But you gotta send them, and you gotta educate a child, no matter how smart they are. So they're not gonna know anything inherently. So basically what I'm saying is, like, if you just tell a kid to wear a mask and explain to them why they need to, most kids are gonna wear the mask because they don't know shit anyway.
No, but you know what? You got to look at.
Once you politicize it and throw all this other bullshit.
But you got to look at, a lot of people are afraid of the vaccine. They think they're getting pumped with motor oil. I don't know what the fuck graphic this was, but that wasn't a good one. But I'm gonna just tell you right now, the reason that a lot of parents are feeling like you're basically denying my child education because I choose not to have my child being vaccinated, it's going to be a fucking war of people back and forth, because some people feel like, you know what, I'm not vaccinated. I want my kid vaccinated. I don't want to deal with vaccination. Vaccination is the devil. They vaccinate you to put a chip in you like they couldn't find you no other way. They and just like I heard somebody say, like they're looking for you, Blanco Peter. Like they really give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if they want to find you, they're going to find you.
You have a driver's license number, a social security number. You got a cell phone, a laptop, IP address on your Wi-Fi.
They know where you are. So I don't believe in the chips.
We talked about yesterday, they found this deputy mayor with an arsenal of guns because Homeland Security notified the FBI that he bought an illegal suppressor online. So they follow him.
Right.
Let me see. AJ say, yeah, let's have the kids in school with the Delta out now that affects them the worst. Technology is there, and Pedro, you have no kids, obviously. Kids are not going to keep masks on, bruh. Listen, that doesn't mean you don't try to tell them to.
Oh, they're not, but I'm going to tell you they're not.
No, like listen, obviously I don't have kids. I've told y'all that. Look at me, I'm happy.
Look at my face.
No, but
my hands wasn't like this before I had kids.
That bro, there are adults out here who can't keep masks on. I get it. The point is, you try and teach them right. You know what I mean? Like the point is, you gotta. And yes, the Delta is out there, which is why you need to vaccinate most of these motherfuckers, because the Delta is not in the majority affecting vaccinated people. The majority of vaccinated people are unaffected by the Delta virus, or if they do catch, if it's a breakthrough, they're not suffering as severely. We're not getting hospitalized or ventilized as severely. So, and I'm not saying it won't happen to anybody who's vaccinated. That's not
it can happen to me. It can happen to Pedro. But the bottom line is, I'd rather take a. But see, I'm not going to. Again, we're not going to go do that where it's like you should be vaccinated. This person shouldn't be vaccinated. I'm done with that. And also, Nicole H. The sticky dicks was 2 days ago. Apparently, that's something that's stuck in your craw. But what I'm saying is, there is going to be a battle between the parents that actually saying, look, I don't want my kid vaccinated. I don't give a fuck what you're saying. So if you don't have a vaccination card, or there's going to be a lot of like fake vaccination cards coming out. So that's
AJ Fitz like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And I don't know how at this point I'm able to read just letters with very few vowels in them, like GTFOHWTB. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I got you, dog. The vaccine does not protect against the Delta, against Delta. I'm gonna combine you with Blanco Peter here, AJ Fit, and I'm sorry to do that, but he's constantly wanting me to explain science things like I'm a scientist. But I think we all know that the Delta variant, as they've explained it, is more contagious. It spreads more quickly.
More deadly,
and it does more damage. Like, no, I'm not. I'm a fucking comedian with a degree in architecture. I'm not about to explain to you exactly how messenger RNA works or exactly how the COVID latches onto your lungs. It says it has these like bristle-like things that can catch on to your shit a little bit more than the original variant does. Fine. But back to AJ Fitz, Okay,
but
so
we got more
we
people.
all know that Delta is more
Right.
more deadly. It's more contagious. It's worked harder to survive and find ways to spread more. That's what all viruses want to do. But to AJ Fitz specifically, if you like, Biden keeps calling this right now a pandemic of the unvaccinated. So I'm gonna disagree with you, brother, for real. Like, as far as we can tell, the vaccine does protect most people against the original variant and the Delta variant.
Right.
Because the
It's not,
Delta variant is the dominant strain in America,
but
most hospitalizations are among the unvaccinated.
okay.
You gotta be able to draw that
Okay, but yeah, but
correlation.
AJ Fit and also TB, we got a new, I guess a new person
A new name?
a new name, TB Patriot. Well, I already know where that's coming from.
Oh, no.
He said the vaccines don't work. Well, you know what? Nobody knows anything.
Based on what? Based on what?
Nobody knows anything except for the right. The right, who are the ones in the hospital the most, that aren't vaccinated. All we can do is go by the fucking numbers. And by the fucking numbers, guess what? No, it's in there.
I'm not seeing this Patriot.
There it is.
Boom.
The vaccine doesn't work. Okay.
Have you taken it? like I don't know. If you haven't tested something out, how do you know? Like, if you haven't taken the vaccine, how do you know it doesn't work?
But a lot of people ain't
had a sniffle and motherfucking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people. But what I'm saying to the people out there in the feed, and I've taken a different stance on it because, again, I've said this before. I'm not going to keep yelling at the moon and expect the moon to yell back at me. There's a certain, like if I say, hey, what the fuck you doing, moon? And the moon go, nigga, none of your business. Oh, shit. That would freak me out. But other than that, it's just like.
No.
I just feel like you can't change people's minds.
No. So TB Patriot, you have it completely backwards. It says if it works, meaning the vaccine, why do we need to protect the vaccinated from the unvaccinated, like Biden says? I didn't hear Biden say that, but as far as the science I've heard from doctors is we like they've asked the vaccinated to mask up to protect the unvaccinated. Biden keeps calling this a pandemic now of the unvaccinated. I don't feel the need to wear my mask anymore because I'm fully vaccinated. I do it now because it's supposedly protecting, the monkey-minded ass fucks who don't want to get vaccinated.
Right.
And that's fine. That's fine. I get it. I'm sorry. Let me put an asterisk on that.
But put an asterisk on that because
the monkey-minded ass fucks who don't want to get vaccinated and still want to be out without masks. Because I do respect those who don't want to be vaccinated but are still willing to distance and mask. Okay, I respect that.
Okay, but what I'm saying,
but if you don't want to vaccinate and you want to be out without a mask, understand you're at risk, not me. Like, you are way more at risk than I am, and the nobody's trying to protect us from you. We are trying to protect you from yourself at this point.
Right? No,
like that's literally what's going on. Like,
and I'm
we are trying to protect you from your own fucking fucked up mentality.
I'm past it. The only reason I tell motherfuckers to put their seatbelt on is because it keeps making noise in my car when I'm in my car. But other than that, other than that, if your ass want to go through the fucking windshield, good luck to you, flight boy. Other than that, I am not going to have that conversation with people about the vaccine or not the vaccine or the effectiveness of the vaccine. The bottom line is I'm going to follow what the scientists say to, obviously, to a point. There's to a point you can only explain but so much. And for you to ask either one of us in this show, Savage AF, by the way, brought to you by the two famous motherfuckers in this feed right now. I'm not saying that y'all ain't famous, but we famous too. Now, the thing is, we can't keep telling you what the situation is when you've heard scientists after scientists after scientists and doctor after doctor after doctor, and even people who said I'm against vaccinations and all that other stuff. Then they get COVID, and the first thing they say with they bitch ass, because that's what they do, they bitch up. I just want to put the message out to everybody. I hope that y'all I wish I had taken the vaccine, and good Lord, my left lung slipped down into my left nutsack. Can't believe it happened.
I kind of love those videos, dog.
Those videos, there's tons of those videos out, but I guess they're lying too. There's got to be a point where not everybody's lying. And that is the only thing. And I got to say, Biden did say one thing. He did say, it's like, yo, finally saying, yo, man, fuck that. We the majority. Yeah. The majority of motherfuckers that's getting it, but pertaining to politics, when the majority when it came to the vote, 8 million more votes than the other motherfucker. When it comes to abortion rights, most women are more on the side of having rights. So most people that have some kind of sense, or that believe they have sense. How about that? I'm gonna even be vague. Yeah. Then they seem to be managing through it better, because they said most of the people that are getting fucked up by this shit, and I mean they fucked up, is people who are unvaccinated. Not to say that people that are vaccinated aren't getting it and getting fucked up too, but not as fucked up.
On a much smaller scale,
according to the scientists. And I don't believe everything I see on the news, because I don't believe everything I see on television or social media, because there was some people that said Donda from Kanye West was good.
Yeah.
And see, I don't believe that. Lying
I ain't even listened to it, and I know it ain't good. You know why?
Okay, no, it's not.
All right, so Nicole H says vaxxed and unvaxxed can pass the Kudaman, which I think is her her moniker for the virus, to each other regardless of status. And that is facts, right? Like, the virus is going to go around. Do you have the equipment to survive it? If you play a football game, full contact football game, and you have no helmet or shoulder pads, okay, you're in the game. Violence is flying around. All right. Would you rather play that game without a helmet and shoulder pads while everybody else has them on? Or would you, I don't know if that's the exact analogy, but you will get fucked up in a football game if everybody else has on shoulder pads and a helmet and you don't.
That's all.
That's going to hurt a lot more. Football still hurts. Okay.
And Nicole H, Donda is not fire stopping. And AJ Fitz said the CDC on their site have all the actual deaths, which is thousands and thousands at a high scale. Look it up. It is there on this. Excuse me, on the site. Again, we're not going to send it. We're not going to do the show. You know what? The show right now. I'm saying to you, I get what you're saying. I'm trying to understand your side of it to a point. But again, just like I said, pertaining to bigots, I'm not going to meet you halfway on certain shit. You're just not.
You said the CDC on their site have all the actual deaths. I assume you mean deaths from the vaccine. Is that what you mean? Because if you compare deaths, anybody who may have died or had an adverse side effect from the vaccine, literally the numbers are minuscule compared to the tens of millions of people who have taken it without any adverse effects, or
without incident. Okay, yeah, but again, Pedro, we just 7 minutes of just listen. The bottom line is,
we love y'all.
You a grown ass man, a grown ass woman. You have to take the decisions that you decide to go with. Okay, but
if you're a parent in Los Angeles, I want you to look at it like this.
Yeah.
Do you want to get your kid vaccinated, or spend another year trying to educate that motherfucker at home by yourself? Yeah, that was fun last year, right? Remember that?
Right.
When you had to figure out how to get your kids at school at home while you work and go in, bitch, get your fucking kid vaccinated. And so you can have isn't that why you like your kids to go? Isn't why parents like back to school? So your kid could go to school and you can have some time to yourself.
Right.
Yourself again.
But again, you know what? I understand that people have apprehension. I understand the apprehension. I'm just telling you, this is where we're going at. It's Savage AF. We're deep into the show. Want to make sure I do this. We always do this because that's the format of what we need to do. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast version of the show, iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. And also, when you go to our YouTube channel, make sure you do this. Hit the bell and make sure you follow at Black Pedro and also at Comedian Chang on the IG and Facebook. We need you to follow us on Facebook.
Savage A.F.
Right. And you'll find it. You'll see our goofy faces and you'll see it. So make sure you do that. On to the next one. Rewind, selector.
Come down, selector. So speaking of the virus and what's not, as we look through information about anything, and when we try to fact check things, we always need to ask this one critical question.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
You talk about some good R&B. That's it right there. So, Facebook, Twitter, other social media platforms have come under fire for not properly regulating the dissemination of misinformation on their platforms. Amazon largely has been, immune to that because they sell a bunch of products, whatever.
Because they're Amazon.
It's not really an information platform considered like that, right? However, legislators like Elizabeth Warren and others, their teams have started to look into Amazon's role in this thing, because I guess if you look up like COVID-19 and things like that on Amazon, it's going to suggest to you certain information in books. And the top book that it suggests right now is an anti-vaccine book that, people seem to be really checking for.
Right. But there's also a lot of books that were popular. You know what else was popular? What was that book with Hitler? Mein Kampf.
Yeah.
There's a lot of books that are popular, and a lot of people are sheeple and they follow the masses. And I know a lot of people saying, well, you're following the masses because you're the vaccine. But I don't know why I made that noise, but it happened. And you know what? Ain't shit you can do about it. Pay the nurse on the way out.
But it begs this question, like, I guess what, camps like Elizabeth Warren's are looking into is, what is Amazon doing to mitigate this dissemination of misinformation, right? Like their algorithm, right? We know that Facebook's algorithm is going to keep feeding you. It's going to keep digging the rabbit hole deeper, right?
Right.
Based on engagement. And the GOP,
it's all about engagement.
They're great at creating content that just sucks people in, right?
Right now, the GOP, one of the top T-shirts, and I'm not making this up. This ain't for joke's sake. This is one of the top T-shirts.
I have an immune system. Cool. Not everybody does. That's very selfish. It's not great way to think about it. Not everybody has the same immune system you have. Some people don't have one at all, man.
Right, and also some of the books sound like propaganda. A lot of the books, but I'm going back to, since we're talking about this, why the fuck didn't that change? I don't know why. Well, it's now I'm advertising the motherfucker. But you know what? I don't believe you.
Just click on it again; it'll go away.
It didn't. It didn't.
Oh shit.
It didn't.
But here's the thing, man.
That's Pedro talking.
So, what's going on, Shaq?
It wouldn't. There we go.
Okay. All right, happens. So here's the thing, man. It's a bit of a dilemma, right? Amazon is like this worldwide bazaar, flea market type shit. You can sell anything, but the problem is the way their algorithm is set up. It's like it doesn't consider the content of a book, let's say, right? So when people look up COVID stuff or whatever, they're gonna get some book from a dude named Joseph Mercola, a Florida physician who has long promoted debunked claims about vaccines, right? So this anti-vaccine book pops up at their top thing because other people bought it who searched this. And Amazon doesn't consider the content of that book. They're just like, oh, well, if you're looking for this, a bunch of people bought this, so maybe you'll like it too. And we know how these suggestions go. You click on the top suggestions sometimes and blah, blah, blah. The reality is, though, at a certain point, a shop like Amazon, like Walmart in the South, won't sell you non-essential items on Sundays or some shit for a certain amount of time. Like they call blue laws, right? Some places won't sell you liquor on a Sunday morning, things like that, right? Like some places have a sense that whatever, based on whatever morality you established, that certain things shouldn't be sold here either ever or during certain periods of time. And it is time for Amazon to consider all the things it sells and the impact it might have on, let's say, a global pandemic, and maybe should start regulating.
Well, you know what? They choose what they regulate, Pedro.
Well, I'm saying but their filters aren't based on, it's not what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're not discerning, right? They're just like a bunch of people like this. So you might like it too, but they don't understand what it is. It could be child porn at this.
I know, but they're not disseminating. They're not disseminating what the actual information is. But that's the way it is. That's why you don't see, if you go to Amazon, you put in swastika T-shirts. How many of those will come up? I know there's a certain point where people go, no, you can't. Amazon, I don't give a fuck how much stuff you sell. You're not selling swastika T-shirts. Now, I mean, there's probably some on there, but they won't be. They'll monitor that. With this, I believe this.
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what?
Look that up.
You know what? Because you know what? Right now,
I'm gonna open up mine.
Yeah, how about that?
We're gonna do this. We're gonna go to Amazon. I'm going to shopping right now. I'm doing it.
Go to shop and look for. Go to shop and look up swastika T-shirt.
It's gonna fuck up my algorithms, but
yeah, you ain't because now they're gonna be like, why are you looking up swastika T-shirts?
I'm just gonna put Nazi T-shirt and see what they say. Oh, when I typed in Nazi, first thing that pops up, Nazi flag. So that should tell you what niggas are looking for on motherfucking. So I'm just gonna look up Nazi flag. Dog.
All right.
Oh, look. The top one is $16. I don't know if you can see. Only one left in stock, guys. It's a hot item.
Wow.
It's a hot item. You can buy Nazi flags on Amazon. All right. Well, we just did that live. That's a live.
So you know what? I stand corrected.
You see the price? $16.
Amazon. I'm on their platform, and they are horrible. I was just trying to get y'all to watch my comedy.
Check out Shang.
I know. I was just trying to get y'all to watch my fucking special because Netflix didn't return the call. That's the real. No, I didn't even push it to Netflix. But you know what? It's going to show people that anything that they consider popular in the algorithm, no matter if it's bad or good, or if it's negative or false, we're in a narrative right now that the lies can be bigger than the truth. They said if you tell a lie long enough, it goes around the earth once, it becomes the truth. So right now, what we're having with anti-vaxxers and vaxxers and all this other shit back and forth, the bullshit war we're having, now anti-vaxxers are making a profit off of saying, well, I heard my cousin told me that they're putting in metal chips in it, and that's what I said, and I wrote a book about it, and here it go. And guess what?
You want to hear it? Here you go.
Here it go. And they do it. So I'm just saying.
But hey, the point of all of this is to say that, there are these spaces that corporate America, Amazon. I mean, this nigga Jeff Bezos just flew a space penis up into the upper atmosphere while also allowing Nazi flag. He's Jewish, I believe, allowing a Nazi flag and, anti-vax material to be like top searches on his platform. Maybe it's time to, after watching Facebook and Zuckerberg and their obvious culpability in the spreading of, to the point in which they had to kick Donald Trump off a day after, thousands of cracker monkeys tried to take over the United States. They sell Capitol.
Bullshit. Yeah, no, no, don't get me wrong. I understand you can buy whatever the fuck you want. You can buy a propeller butt plug if you feel like it, but it might not be good. It might not be good for people. You can buy a book that says some bullshit. It might not be good. It might not be the truth. I just went through some shit where a motherfucker said some shit online about me because he's a bitch. And there was a percentage of people that believed that he had no credibility, no truth, none at all. So we understand the truth It's a hard sell now with a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. There's a lot of dumb bitch ass motherfuckers. There's a lot of window lickers in the world. There's a lot of crown eaters. We got 2 of them on the feed right now. Well, if it looks orange, it must taste orange. And these are the same motherfuckers that lick fucking
orange.
Orange. They try to lick a taxi because they think it's lemon flavored. You're dumb. Let's just be real. I'm not the brightest pebble in the beach, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a brighter pebble than a lot of motherfuckers that's out there. And guess what? They're going to believe it. There's no way to stop stupidity. Stupidity is just as strong as an intellect. It's just as strong as intellect. But without intellects, we wouldn't have half the shit we have in the world. Man. But if we could get rid of a lot more stupid, we probably have a better world. I'm just going to leave it right there. We're going to go on to the next thing because we already way into the thing. Let's get into something else. We into it.
Y'all done got us into some
Y'all got us into some shit. And now the shit is going to hit the fan. Show. The shit has hit the fan. So you know what's up next? There's a nigga that does a thing that we do nightly. And I want to do that shit.
Speaking of the shit, I am that.
Hey. It's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. Don't know if you noticed, but I adjusted my ring light situation because otherwise I'd just be sitting in the dark. Yeah. But I realized, I could just put it like around my camera.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing, man. I didn't need to stand at all. Here's the thing, guys. Today is Thursday, September 9th, 2021. And I am screaming in the streets, let the boycott begin. Tonight, the NFL begins its regular season. And Black people, I've been urging and praying and pleading for you all to at least take 1 year and all of us collectively, please boycott the NFL. Stop watching. Now, I give you my caveat. I am a Detroit Lions fan. It is very easy for me to give up on that franchise. Okay. The other day I served Sean McVay, the coach of the Rams, and their new quarterback, Matthew Stafford, who just came over from the Detroit Lions. And I looked Matthew Stafford in his face and said, brother, don't ever go back to Detroit. Okay? If you love yourself at all, don't ever play for that team again. Okay? I want them to win. Yes. I've just come to reality that they never will. So it's easy for me to walk away from the NFL. I don't have a team to root for anymore. They've always been shit. I think in my 44 years, I've seen them go to the playoffs 3 times or some shit. It's ridiculous. So I can't invest myself in that anymore. But when I say that this is a league that doesn't give a fuck about Black people, that blackballed one Black man for taking a stand by taking a knee and just trying to call out the police for their violence. And this league clearly took a stand against that man's knee and against and they were if you're not for Kaepernick and you are for violence against Black people, okay, then you were supporting violence by the police against Black people. That's what Roger Goodell did. That's what the league did. That's what every fucking NFL team owner did. Okay, they blackballed a man out the league for trying to have a peaceful protest over a real social issue. We watched George Floyd get stomped out by the same knee, choked out, his life taken by the same knee. Just a different image, a white man, white cop. And then the NFL wants to turn it around. Fuck that organization. Fuck the NFL. At least for 1 year, guys. Maybe some of you guys are from a city where your team might be good, all right? Right now, if you're in Tampa, I get it. Your Buccaneers right now are playing the Dallas Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys, man. God damn. But take a year off, man. Like one year. Get into a college team. Go to your local high school and watch them boys come up. You never know. You might see the next NFL star.
I gotta say,
please,
something.
I'm begging everybody.
Take
this year off, please. Let the boycott begin. That hurt my throat a lot.
But that was good, though. That was it. I agree with you, and I think the people are going to have a hard time because they love their sports. But I just feel like, you know, there's no bigger fuck you finger that they gave by by boycotting him. They basically were like, fuck what you feel, fuck your feelings, fuck what you. And I know we say fuck your feelings, facts matter, but the facts were he was not doing anything that was like to warrant death threats. He got death threats from people. How dare you kneel? Even though a fucking soldier is the one that told him it's more respectful to kneel. So all you motherfuckers, boycott. You have the right to boycott. Let's boycott. Let's do it. I am doing it. I haven't watched the NFL in a long time. So, right. And I like watching football, but not no more because I see they can eat a dick. Okay. Yeah. So
Kujadamas, he said he's with me. But he will watch Raiders and Buccaneers. And listen, hey, on my diet I have some
give it a shot,
whatever. But the reality is, man, if we can be strong, you got to understand this was the greatest strength of the civil rights movement, right? Was Black people's ability to organize and boycott around things that were detrimentally affecting the community. Right. And I just feel like the NFL stance, their use of our physical prowess to, dominate their league,
make them billions.
Yeah, is like at a certain point you gotta stand up for us in the street. You motherfuckers are laying down for you on the field, and they didn't want to do that. So okay, fuck it. I'm not. Right, yeah, I'm not. Don't give them your dollars. That Super Bowl would be worth nothing without the millions and millions of viewers. Right.
Right. Well, we are absolutely the fuel that keeps this ship moving. If you look at music, we're the fuel. If you look at even tennis there for a minute there, Serena pretty much was dominant and Venus was dominant. So
not pretty much, absolutely.
My bad. No, but now it's a lot of different people. They're past their prime. They're past their prime. You get older. But no, I agree with you, man. So Savage AF, I want to let y'all know something. Thank y'all for supporting the show. I will be talking to Pedro about this afterwards. We're going to be doing some more live shows, and we got a live show coming up actually in Los Angeles. If you're in the Los Angeles area, we're at the Howard Hughes Theater. The Howard Hughes Theater, off the chain. We're there September 28th at 8 o'clock. Black Pedro's on the show. We got a really strong show. I'll be hosting, and so make sure you come out. Robbie Perone will be on the show, so make sure you check us out.
Robbie Perone, man.
That's right. September 28th, we'll be at the Howard Hughes Theater, Theater 17.
That's right off the 405, man.
Right off the 405. So make sure you check us out. And then also, I'm going to say this before I go into now. This is just some information I wanted to give y'all. My SHANGRY that makes me very, very SHANGRY. And I want y'all to know about this because a lot of people don't know about this. Hey, I was petting a dog because the dog's tripping out. My SHANGRY for today is, I know it's the way he said it is perfect. Fuck you, and fuck you. A message to the system. The system obviously has shown with the NFL, they don't give a fuck. And recently, I don't know if you remember this. I'm going to pull this down for a second so you can see it.
Yeah. Man.
Remember this picture. A man on the ground with his hands up is a social worker. He was begging the police not to shoot his autistic patient who wouldn't put down his toy truck. While in this very position on the ground, with his hands up, the police shot him. The social worker, the black man that had his hands up in the air, that officer was acquitted. This is what's going on in this country right the fuck now. This is what we deal with, where you got a man got his hands in the air. He's laying flat on the fucking ground. There is no way he's a threat. This cop shot him from behind his cop car. And when they asked the cop, why did you shoot me? He said, I don't know. Well, I know.
He's a Negro.
Hey, we hate niggas. They hate niggas. We're always seen as a threat. We're always seen as some kind of threat. Even if we're standing there if we're standing there with a Nerf fucking duck, one of the ones that float in the water when you're in your tub, they'll say, well, he was holding a giant vulture and I had to shoot him. They make shit up. For some reason, they always feel the need to use deadly force or way too much fucking force. Disproportionate force with us. And if you look at this and you look at what happened, this happened. He shot this man. Tell me how this motherfucker gets to walk away and, wait a minute, still be a cop. This motherfucker still gets to be a cop. If you work at a plant and you fuck up and accidentally push your other friend into the meat grinder, they should fire you. Even if you didn't mean to push him in there. It's like, you're negligent. But this motherfucker shot this man. Now, luckily the man didn't die. And there are going to be continuous lawsuits. But this really happened. This cop was let off. The social worker who's laying on the ground was actually trying to do something good, and it was shot anyway. And again, I shall repeat before I go, when he asked him, why'd you shoot me? Why'd you shoot me? I'm laying on the ground with my hands up in the air, motherfucker. He said, I don't know. That's your defense? That's like me doing something dumb and running past a cop, and then I smack the cop in the head, and the cop say, why'd he do it? One, I wouldn't be able to make it because I'd get shot multiple times, and I go, well, my defense is I don't know why I did it.
One of the scariest conversations I ever had was with a soldier at Bagram Airfield, and me and another comedian, Nick Gaza, were trying to figure out. We got stuck in Bagram for quite a few days, trying to get on a flight out. They bump you when they have equipment and things they have to move. And so we asked one of the guys that was handling us, like, hey, he was a kid younger than me. I think he was from Indiana or Kentucky, somewhere, a little country. And he was like, white guy. Right. And I was like, hey man, do you have any idea when we might like get a flight out of here? And a little bit of pause, some head scratching. And he was like, as far as I know, I have no idea. And I feel like that's the mentality.
That's the mentality. And what's up, Nazi?
As far as I know, I have no idea. Yes, well, would you like to consult with yourself?
What's up, Nazi? Assalamu alaikum, man. But that really happened. So people share it. I will send this to your inbox. If you inbox me, I will share this information so people know this actually went on. This man was acquitted. This officer was acquitted for shooting a man while he was laying on his back with his arms in the air. And he wasn't even that
man. Why'd you shoot that man? As far as I know, I have
no idea. That's what it is. Savage AF brought to you by the world famous Black Pedro and Shang brought to you. We will be back 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. No, actually tomorrow, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow because it's Friday. Thank y'all for y'all support. Please tell your friends to support us and check out the stuff. We got motherfuckers that's talking the real shit on the real Savage AF all up in your motherfucking grill. All you trolls, I still say it. I say it and I say it. All trolls must die.
I hope your mushroom village burns down.
Yeah, dig it.
You sweet apple high ass nigga.
All right. So remember, when you think they like you, they don't. We're out.
7